Hey, good morning, everybody. I missed you guys so much. I didn't mean for it to be 2 weeks. We had some other things going on, and that's what it turned into. So who all is in here? I saw Outlaw Trucker was the first one. Good morning. Hello, Holly. Hello, Katie. I have kept up in Discord as much as possible, so everyone tell Katie Bird happy belated birthday. She just had a birthday. Hello, just me. Hi, Kathy. Payday for me too, Outlaw. Hello, Sarah. Hi, dodging bullets. Let's see. I think I saw Creepy Barbie in here earlier. Hello, 20-something. Hello, Brett. If I missed somebody, I'm sorry. Hello, Betty Boop. Hi, Christy. Deb. Deb's not feeling too good, so we all need to send her a get well. Hello, Marie. I hope I didn't miss anybody. I think I said hi to Aggie. If not, hello, Aggie. Hello, Michelle. Yep. Hello, Daisy. Oh, yeah, you're right. Hello, that one, Ginger. Hi, Katrina. Hi, Steve. Yeah, winter is coming, and I'm not liking it. I actually had to break down and turn the heat on. And that is not fun at all. I mean, yeah, I like making chili and stuff like that, but I don't like to be chilly. Know what I mean? So this is basically going to be a catch-up, chit-chat. Kevin will not be on today. I'm sure it's okay if I tell you this. Kevin has COVID. He does. And he was feeling better yesterday. But he's not feeling well enough to come on today. Yeah, Burr is right, 20-something. Yep, happy birthday, Katie. We should all sing. Anybody have a good voice that wants to come up and sing? Let me see. Precious moments. Okay, so catch me up. I hear that, oh, Steve Roberts. The Steve Roberts? Well, this is going to be a totally different show. I'll have to tell you guys about it in Discord. It's our secret. I'll pass all that on to Kevin. I will. So we'll let a few more people get in here. Actually, let me grab my notes. Hang on. Like, I almost forgot how to do this, guys. Seriously. I mean, it's good to unplug. It's good to unplug, but when you go to get back in, you're like, dang, I like forgot everything. So we did jump in and do a live, like a quick one last week about Gabby Petito. I've been saying it wrong, and I had a bunch of comments. Say her name right. Well, I didn't know her, so I'm, correcting it now. Petito. So we did that last week. I don't think we're really going to be covering that case anymore. I know a few people have reached out, and they're like, well, I don't really think it's Brian they found. I mean, I get it. I get the conspiracy and the drama and all that stuff. But, I mean, they identified him with dental records. I don't know what happened to him or anything like that. I mean, I'm sure he wasn't murdered. I mean, it's kind of, I'm just going to guess that he made himself disappear. Hang on. Chelsea said, oh, we had that back in April. It sucks. Luckily, my husband and I were able to rough it out. Yeah, and Kevin's been vaccinated. So we still need to be weary of this craziness. Well, good morning, my friend.
Good morning. Well, you got all the pumpkin stuff everywhere.
Wishing everyone a happy Halloween. What's everyone doing for Halloween, by the way? Like I said, today's a chit-chat bullshit session. So anybody dressing up, going to a party? Do you pass out candy?
We don't pass out candy here. except for the grandkids when they come.
Mhm.
It's just, we live way out in the country, and so
Right.
we're not on the path, if you know what I mean.
Well, I'm telling you, when you do live on the path, woo. I've lived in some neighborhoods before where we run out of candy at 6:30. Turn off the light, and they're still ringing the doorbell.
Yep.
So we're not going to any parties or anything like that. I think I will get some candy handed out on Sunday, but I don't know if kids are trick or treating on Saturday or the actual night. I don't know.
Yeah.
Sarah said, my daughter says she's too big at 11. That was an interesting not interview, like a segment I saw on the Today Show the other day. Because like I said, I've had a lot of time to catch up on the Today Show. And they were asking people, is there an age limit at your house? And I've never had an age limit. Even if you're, a big brother or sister taking the little ones trick or treating, I'll give them something too,
Sure.
Hello, Shannon. She said, hey, Brooks. Hey, what big guys? We missed you guys. Boy, didn't we? I was having withdrawals.
Yeah, it just didn't feel right. It was just like I had to be somewhere and it wasn't there,
I know. Well, lots of stuff went on the last 2 weeks. It's almost like we got to go through a time capsule. It's going to take me a while to wrap my mind around all of it. So hopefully everyone in Tennessee is happy the Wells family is back. They made it back from California. They had quite a vacation. It was kind of sickening to look at, considering little Summer never had a vacation, and look where she's at. Candace got new teeth. She got her hair done.
Yep.
Kind of disgusted me, considering, Summer needed to see a dentist. And they just made the most out of it.
I'm having trouble hearing you.
Can you not hear me?
Me?
I don't know. Can everybody hear me? Let me move my microphone. Can you hear now? Oh, she just muted herself. Missed you, Linda.
I muted myself because my dog is drinking water. And
I heard that. I was going to ask if that was your puppy.
It wasn't me.
It wasn't you lapping it up, huh?
Nope, it's a dog.
Yeah, so they said she got all dolled up. So when I heard about this, let me see. I asked, are they getting her ready for a mugshot, or what's the deal here?
Yeah.
Because that's a lot of money to put up.
Yeah, well, he does that a lot for people.
He does.
But it's going to be this coming month. It's going to be, somebody said it's going to be the first part of November. So I don't know. I know it's November. It's on the schedule.
I've searched and searched and I can't find it, but don't think I haven't set my DVR to record Dr. Phil. Because I'm more excited about this with Dr. Phil than Christmas.
Yeah.
Because Dr. Phil pulls punches. He does. He's all about business. You're talking about a missing child. He's not going to be like, oh, yeah, I believe you. I believe you. What little bit of a clip I caught, Don was saying something about, well, she feels interrogated. He said, no, your child's missing. And of course, she put on the sad face.
Yep. I just, it looks like it's really hitting home to her. It's like she's been in a trance before this or something. I don't know if it was, self-medication to keep from realizing what was going on. I don't know, but
Katrina,
you can really see it in some of the screenshots I got from that little clip. It's bad for her right now. So I want to see that show and see how it turns out.
me too. Well, this picture I put on the screen actually didn't make me too happy. Then the video that they put on their YouTube channel, things we haven't seen before. There was a picture of a cactus. Okay, I can get they've never seen that before. A tree, a car. They did go to the Hollywood Walk of Fame, and I'm like, well, they took time to stop and smell the roses. They were in no hurry to get back and find their missing daughter, huh? You know?
Uh-oh. Is it me? I keep hearing you cut out. I don't know.
Could be on your end because everybody else says it's
Hello.
fine. Creepy Barbie said she's been interrogated most of her life, Dawn says. Well, I just thought the whole thing was weird. If your child is missing, of course, you're going to go on Dr. Phil or even say, no, look, just Zoom me in. Have your producers come here because we want to make sure we are here if anything happens with our daughter. But no, they're out taking pictures with Spider-Man. Took, some time to go to Salt Lake City and see his dad. Went down, I'm assuming they went down to Dallas because they saw Benny.
Well, they probably planned their trip back for layovers. There was, I think, maybe 5-hour layover there in Dallas.
Oh, okay.
So maybe that's what they did, Well,
they were there for quite a while. I do know a local took a picture and said that they saw this picture. I can't believe that was even posted.
Oh, the one with Candace and Benny and Don, yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah. And I don't know if Candace is aware that what we're seeing in comments in different areas is people are really shifting towards that they believe Dawn wasn't anywhere around, and they're calling for her to start telling the truth.
Yeah, that's the consensus I'm getting everywhere that I see. It's like,
okay, you are too. I was going to ask you.
Yeah, everything's turning toward her. And it seemed like Dr. Phil was too.
Yep.
In that little clip, I'm there going, holy moly. He was zeroing in on her.
She was the one with her all day.
Mm-hmm. I know. And that's good, with good reason. That's logic,
All day she was with her. According to her.
Right.
I did get a chance to watch Doug and the Labs interview this morning. Man, Candace and Dawn got mad. And Doug wouldn't care if I put a clip up, but like I said, I'll wait till next week because we're going to do like more of an in-depth. I did like the way that they handled talking to Dawn, especially being transparent in the beginning, saying, I've had a lot of stuff to say, and, of course, Dawn knows that. Yeah. And I like the way that they asked the questions,
Yeah.
Candace is never going to take the phone and say, okay, this is what really went down. And we know that. But the fact that no one's going away.
You rubber banded and now you're not there. I haven't had a chance to watch that one. I need to go back and watch that. I was doing research for a video I put up last night, and I missed seeing that. And then it was time to go to bed, so I could get up so the day could happen.
Oh yeah. Oh, I know what you mean. I can't stay up late anymore. I couldn't. So I guess the Prayer Gardens of America is no longer friends with Dawn because she used to at one point, people thought that Prayer Gardens of America was Dawn. And she used to actually pop up in here and chat every now and then. And she was obviously pro Dawn.
Right.
Very much so. So I don't know. I mean, anybody who has become friends with the Wells after June 15th is not going to get truth and honesty out of them.
Well, not only that, you know, they can't, Don and Candace can't expect someone who just pops up at the beginning of this tragedy of Summer disappearing and expect that they can be true friends. You know, they need to go back to their real friends. You know what I'm saying? The people that knew them before all this.
Absolutely. Yeah, those are the people I want to hear from. And nothing against the creator that's had them on there. No, nothing at all. I'm just saying that, you know, these people that, you know, believe that they're their friends. No, because they're not going to tell the truth.
No. Well, they're going to tell however they think can make it work for them because they're under the gun.
Mm-hmm.
You know, even if they didn't have anything to do with it, I can see where somebody would be acting this way because you feel the pressure, you know. So, of course, you know, they're not going to say anything that would help really. Maybe they're doing stuff behind the scenes, but it just looks like a big screw up to me.
Oh, yeah. Dawn mentioned that they have a manager. Well, I mean, we can take a shot in the dark at who that might be. Again, I mean, it's, as Kevin says, it's a shit show. It's just one thing after another. I mean, the manager, when I heard that, I was like, a manager. What's next? A book signing?
Yeah.
Autograph session?
Well, maybe, you know, like a Lifetime movie series or a documentary, a movie. Who knows? But where in the heck is Summer? That's what I want to know. I want to know where she is. I want her to be found.
Thank you. Thank you. And that's what this channel, we've always kept it to Summer. Now, of course, when these barbs come in, you know, like the Dr. Phil show and stuff like that, we address
I
it.
can't read the chat because every time I go over there, it messes up.
Uh-oh.
Now I can hear.
Well, at least you can hear. So, Halloween is Sunday. Little Summer doesn't have a costume. You would think that the two of them would be extremely emotional because holidays without your children are very hard.
Oh, yeah. That's definite.
You know, we've got Thanksgiving coming up, Christmas coming up. You would think that would, let me turn my phone off. What the hell?
Yeah, you know, all the holidays starting from now on, you know, it's just terrible for people that have lost children.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the first holiday without a loved one is the hardest.
Yeah.
I know, Todd, I saw that. Yeah, Candace lost it. Why don't you go look for Summer? I mean, on the ground. It doesn't matter if I'm on the computer or if I'm on the ground. You're not. You're not either one. Because if you were concerned, there would not have been this big trip, even for your teeth. You'd have been like, I got to get back home. It's ridiculous. I don't get it. No, nobody would do that. Hang on, I got to find a picture real quick. There we go. But to not be, I mean, emotional about that, you know, they were just on last night. I mean, like I said, I'm not saying Halloween is a huge holiday, but you've got little kids at home. You've got 3 boys, especially with the boys. Well, I mean, especially with Summer and with the boys. I mean, both predicaments they're in. 1 child missing, you know, 3 in state care. I'd have been right back home.
Yeah.
I'd have been like, hey, thanks for the offer. Can I have it done there? Because I got to get back home. All right. So I grabbed this screenshot. Supposedly, this is Summer's room. This is not the room we saw with Chris McDonough.
No, they definitely did a makeover. Big time.
Yeah. So where's the mattress that was on the floor with the torn up blanket?
Mm-hmm.
Sarah's, are they getting the boys back? I don't think so. Well, this is all telling for me that they made sure Dr. Phil had this picture. They certainly didn't show him the fridge in the backyard. I'm assuming they didn't show him the dirty mattress propped up next to the door.
Well, looking at that, it makes me think of something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to say this, but the way it was before, okay?
Huh? Oh, I know.
That was their normal. So that tells me who is directing this to happen? Who is directing this picture? Because this is not them or how they think or how they live. That's not their normal. Everyone has a normal to them for how they live, how they conduct themselves, and stuff like that. It has nothing to do with money or anything. It's their normal. So, how did that picture happen? Who's behind that?
I've got several comments in here that said Dale cleaned up the house and has been organizing for them. But then I have other comments saying that, Dr. Phil's people, when they were there filming, they did it. I would think Dr. Phil would be like, no, I want a picture of that room.
Exactly. I don't think Dr. Phil would do that. Dr. Phil shows warts and all.
Yeah, well, I'm just glad that he wasn't head petting Candace for, because, I've been after her since June 16th. Nothing she has ever done, said, the way she's acted, or anything has made sense to me. And, okay, Don, he's defending his wife, protecting his wife. I get it. At some points, he's going to have to come to the realization that a lot was left out to the story he was told. Because let's face it, Don, and no, I'm not defending Don, he has basically just given theories and speculation on what could have happened, what maybe happened. She's had several different stories. Grandis has had different stories. Like the whole planting flowers thing. Grandis is like, no, I went home and took a nap.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, and if that's the truth, that leaves only one person there.
uh-huh. Yeah, it was very telling when I heard that Grandis said, I went and took a nap. But she did say earlier that she was sitting outside and they both sat there and watched her walk in. Again, it's a different story because Candace said that she took her by the hand and she walked her over and, made sure she got into the house safely.
Right, which never happens. I never was that careful with my kids. I admit that. They were kids. They were running around. They were playing. They were having fun. Oh, I'm going to the neighbors. Okay, come back by such and such. You don't. It was like, it was so scripted. It was not believable. That's not.
No, especially them. They're not the doting helicopter parents, especially Candace.
Yeah.
Holly Beach.
And then, Don wasn't there. He's
Don
going by what was told to him, I believe.
Well, it was asked. I don't remember who asked him. Basically, if he thinks, Candace knows more, could have had something to do with it. He says he doesn't want to entertain the thought about it. I get it. But at some point, he's going to have to come to the realization something went down that afternoon and he has not been told the truth.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's going to have to. And she's getting so angry, her demeanor, she's aggressive, she's defensive. And like the whole trip to Dr. Phil, again, I said, makes no sense. Go do your interview and get straight home, or say, look, I need someone to come here. We can't leave. We have 3 boys in foster care and a daughter missing. That would have been understood. They went to the Hollywood Walk of Fame. They took pictures with Spider-Man.
I know. It was like they were on a vacation. Like you take your kids on.
Mm-hmm.
There were no kids.
No. I mean, wouldn't their boys... God.
That phone.
Phone's driving me insane. I mean, wouldn't their boys have liked to have gone on a nice vacation to California?
Exactly.
I would think.
Go to Disneyland and all that stuff.
Walk around, go see Spider-Man and whatever that Empire Strikes Back looking character was. Go to Utah and see his grandpa.
Yeah. Well, I can see wanting to see him because he's in very bad health, and that could be
sure.
the last time to see him. You just never know with the condition he has, but I don't know.
Well, and Dawn did confirm that Ronnie Lawson and him are not related.
Oh, now, really? Okay.
I don't know if maybe they're related like distantly and just they never have figured it out. Like I could have a 4th cousin out there and not even know. You know what I mean?
Well, if there's any relation that's on his mother by marriage, the Goads, which is no blood kin. You see what I'm saying? It's not, none of his, there's some wells there, okay? But you'd have to go back 10 generations to see if they're connected, I think, from what I've researched. That's not how the connection goes. It's not by blood, it's by marriage. And it's through the Goad line. So, of course, he can say he's not kin because they're not blood related.
Oh, I got you. Not to mention, he's not going to sit there and figure out who his relatives are. Let's face it.
No, I don't think he's into genealogy.
No, he's not going to care. No. A Southern mama said one of his stepdads was related to Ronnie only by marriage, is what I was told. Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
What Big Eye says.
Yeah, William Goad. Yep.
Well, I mean, at least, hopefully we can put that to rest because there's a lot of people saying, oh, it's his uncle. Oh, it's his cousin.
You rubber banded again.
There must be something on your end. Do you want to get out?
Maybe it's me.
In? It's okay.
I don't know. Since we had this tornado here, it's been kind of weird.
We've had crazy storms too, and I'm tired of it. I'm ready to go back to 100-degree weather.
Yeah.
So Dawn did say that they have no evidence. No evidence. Well, Dawn, you're not privy to that information.
I don't think that they give out, even to the parents,
what
information they have. And I mean, in any case, whether the parents are innocent or guilty, the parents don't know till it comes out.
Absolutely not. No. And like parents that are like really, really involved, whose children are actually missing, and they're involved, with the media or whatever, they don't have any information. You know what I mean?
No.
Don's on social media. Don's on Facebook. Don's on YouTube. If they told him anything, if they said, I don't care what it is, he would blurt it out.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah, they don't tell him that. So for him to assume there's no evidence, that's I don't believe that at all. If anything, the FBI has never offered a reward. TBI has never offered a reward. So they obviously do not believe she's been abducted. Ronnie Lawson has said everyone is still a suspect. That's really all Don needs to know. No one's being cleared. That's the very odd thing to me.
Yeah, that just bugs me every day. You know, I keep looking for other connections.
Mm-hmm.
Every day I research stuff, looking for other connections of possibilities. And, you know, I started investigating around the uh, registered offenders in the area close within, say, 3 miles, something like that. And there's all kinds of possibilities there. But again, in broad daylight, people running around on the place up there, how could someone, I could see them doing it under cover of darkness, you know, stealthy, but not in the middle of the afternoon.
Not at all, especially with her mom walking around the property or whatever wide awake. She's going to hear some kind of disturbance, whether it's, leaves rustling around on the dog trail, or, doors opening or closing, or, she's going to notice something. No, because if you look at like true abductions,
Yeah.
The little girl in Wisconsin, Jamie, I can't remember her last name.
Then you go through the possibilities. Was it an accident? Did she fall down the stairs and break her little neck?
Mm-hmm.
Was it Candace lost her cool?
Yeah.
And, couldn't control her rage until it was too late.
Mm-hmm.
But I just find it hard in the middle of the day for someone to just come up there. And then you have, okay, so if someone did come up there, okay, was it a trade-off? Was it some kind of transaction? You know what I'm saying? It's just,
yeah.
And it just goes in a doggone circle and you circle back. You just can't settle on one thing. At least I can't, because I can't, there's no solution there. But I don't think, like Chris McDonough said, he hasn't left that yard yet. So that means he thinks it happened there, whatever it was.
Something happened there. Who was with her? Who had the opportunity? The boys were preoccupied inside the house. I believe that Grandma did, after that day of running around, that she went to the camper and went to sleep.
Yeah.
That leaves Candace and Summer.
Yep. And I don't think the boys saw anything, because it would be settled by now, because they're talking about other things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I agree.
And it would weigh on their little minds, They feel bad enough that some of the guilt was thrown on them in some of the interviews. So, I just don't think they know. They were out of the loop.
Oh, yeah, I think it was well hidden. I think they saw plenty in that house.
Yep.
I think they saw plenty, but not on that day.
Right.
Because if the boys said they saw this with Candace, they saw this with Grandis, if they said, if anything, they're going to help put together a timeline. Hey, we were watching TV, and like around, when this show was on, which was at 5 o'clock, that's when we heard my mom scream. And then
Mm-hmm.
the police got there around 6:30 or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And that would help in that way. But as far as seeing something, somebody would no. Because, and we're going to go into this next week. There's a case out of Houston. That's how I'm tying this in, because the boys did tell. And the mom and the boyfriend, his name is Brian Coulter. I can't remember her name. Hang on, I gotta look. Hang on. Cannot remember her name to save my life. Gloria Williams is her name. Okay.
Uh-huh.
We're gonna go in, and guys, it's not going to be a nice show once
Not
you get
gonna be
together
yeah.
for next week, because last November the boyfriend killed one of her children, 4 children, ages right now 15, 10, and 7, but there was an 8-year-old in the house at the time, and he beat the child to death. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So these 2 left, the boyfriend and the mom, didn't call 911 or anything like that. Not only did they leave, they took the furniture, they took the bed, they took everything. They left these kids just sleeping on the floor. Eventually, the electricity got turned off. They didn't have any food. They were there with a dead body for almost a year. So
yeah, I read that story.
The 15-year-old was at his breaking point over the weekend. He called 911. Well, it was the 3 brothers that told them everything. And now these 2 are in jail. So that's what I'm saying about the boys in the Wells case. They obviously didn't have any information to give.
Yeah.
But we will be going into that next week. So just get ready. So if you have the time and you think you can stomach it, look it up, because these 2 make Dawn and Candace look like the Leave It to Beaver family. No joke.
Exactly.
It has made me so sick.
Yeah, that was the next thing I was going to research. I saw that. I read the story, and it's horrific.
Oh, it's too much. I get through part of an article and I'm out of it. I just save it and I'm like, I'm going to come back and read it later. I just can't. I can't even imagine.
I can't either, to be there, with your dead sibling.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of trauma? These children are going to need help the rest of their lives. They're traumatized beyond what you can imagine.
Yep. And when we do the show, I'm going to try to get as much out as possible that we can handle, because I've got some crazy stuff saved and notes, and it's a lot to take in. I don't expect everyone to sit and alive through it. It'd be great if you did, but just what those boys had to smell, and knowing that their brother was deteriorating,
Right.
decomposing, is absolutely sick.
I can't imagine that.
No, the mental torture they're going through.
I mean, you have, I guess some people have, me living in the country, you run up on a dead animal. Okay.
Right.
Human decomp is nothing like that. And that is horrible. You just want to get away. You can't stand the smell. Can you imagine having to live in that?
Mm-mm.
Oh, Lord.
No, it's upset me to no end. It's just, and that's the thing, when you followed true crime for so many years, you just kind of get to a point where, I don't want to say you're desensitized, but nothing shocks you. This shocked the shit out of me.
Yeah. I just don't, I mean, what on earth? I just can't imagine. It's beyond the scope of understanding.
Hmm. Aggie said, "What do you think of Jody Sue coming forward now?" What exactly are you saying that she came forward with? Because she's been talking for a while. She was on her own Facebook page talking.
And she's been talking for a long time, since the beginning. I mean, she's given the police everything she knew and heard and saw.
I believe her account of events. I mean, I don't know the woman. She's not my friend or anything like that. I'm not. I just her what she said just kind of made sense to me. I mean,
Well,
if
yeah,
somebody saw something else, then let me know because it just made sense what she said. I mean,
right. Well, I talked to her to make a couple of videos. One was covering her disease that she has, what all she's going through with cancer and all of that. And then also story, because this is domestic violence month.
mhm.
And I thought that would be a good person to talk to, because she has, went through that for 26 years.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah. And so she's got longer in it than I did in my story, which I haven't really talked about. But anyway, the other stuff comes up too. And she heard the scream. She believes it wasn't Candace. But then I don't think anyone has ever heard Candace do a high pitched squeal like a child, and maybe she did. But I believe Jody Sue is honest in what she saw and heard, and even her children heard it. So, and
I
she's
mean,
been
now mind you, some of the other stuff she says, I'm like, yeah, lady, you're way out there. But like I said, I don't know her. I don't know the woman. I don't know if this is from her illness or she's just truly a goofball. I mean, some people are like, look, she's a con artist. She's done things like this in the past.
well, I don't think that's the case after talking to her. I've got a different slant on it,
Hmm.
you know, and but there's just a lot of things that have been twisted to make her look like the bad guy in this. And some people are even trying to say that she, was complicit in this. And there's just no way.
Hmm.
There's no way.
Well, how did she even know what was going on? How could she
She
be complicit?
That's just it. She didn't know. It just happened. You know what I'm saying? She just happened to be there. She happened to be across the road. She happened to be the neighbor. And she happened to think it was a good idea to say what she knew, because she has one thing that she wants, and she wants Summer to be found. And that's where we bonded on that,
Okay.
because, she earnestly is worried about her and wants her found.
Well, and there's a way to go about it in these cases when you put yourself out there and you deal with people other than just law enforcement, something's going to go sideways.
Yep.
Every single time. Every single time.
It's like the deal of let no good deed go unpunished.
So it's really best. It's like, look, you said your piece, you said you heard a scream. Now just stop. Don't worry about the fundraiser. Don't, this just at this point leave it alone. That's really the best advice for people. And that's why so many people don't come forward, is because they're afraid of these things happening. So whether she heard a scream or she didn't, I mean, that's up for law enforcement.
Right. And then, too, you stop and think, and people in the future, cases like that will be very hesitant to come forward because of being brutalized for telling what you know. And then when you want to help raise money to possibly find the child, then it gets turned on you and you get twisted in the wind, you know. So people just don't want to do that. They won't, because they don't want to go through that crap.
Okay, what the hell? What did she say about Chase 423? He's been super involved in this. He didn't take any money or anything. Did that really happen? Like I said, guys, you got to help me. I've been out for 2 weeks. I'd love to tell you I've been on a beach reading a book.
Well, Chase is involved in raising money for the billboard.
Okay.
I know that.
Well, yeah, I knew about that. Yeah. I haven't seen the billboard yet. I need to find a picture of it. Yeah, you can't go around saying shit like that. Yeah, no, she just needs to calm it down. She really does. Because in a few days, people will forget. So she just really needs, don't like muddy the water. You know what I mean? She's not doing herself any favors, and the woman's already ill. She doesn't need these frustrations,
Well, some of that gets exaggerated, I suppose.
Katie said the billboard looks great. Oh, yeah, because you're talking about people. You're not just dealing with one person. You got a whole ton of people, and then they decide to go a different way. I don't know. But I'm going to look at that this weekend. That's something else.
It's a very nice billboard. It really is.
Oh, well, yeah, and that's the thing. I know a lot of people have messaged me about just roll with it. Brooks, girl, it's been a mess. Man, I feel like I'm on the show Lost. Like, I'm like, guys, help me.
Well, I feel, I put up a community post yesterday, I think it was, about I feel like a child of divorce, where all of a sudden the parents start squabbling and going back and forth about this, that, and the other. And there's sides now, and I'm not a side person. I'm a standalone, a loner, a person who thinks for themselves, and
that's okay.
I'm just not a groupie type person.
Nope.
I was involved with the fundraising for the fund because I was for summer.
Right.
That was the breadth and width and depth of my involvement. And I want nothing to do with these people trying to pit one creator against the other. Because aren't we all here for true crime? Aren't we all here for summer? So there's no good way to go about that. There's each person's opinion. And we all have opinions, and they're different. They're just like our thumbprints. We
Right.
can't be a damn echo chamber of one view. But that's just me.
No, that's all. We all have different opinions. And, I apologize because, like I said, I've been out of the loop. We've been on vacation. And I'm reading 423 Chase's community tab now. I don't know who Shrek is. And I've told everyone on here 100 times my background. If you have questions about any raffle, well, it makes sense to me. Yeah, she just, if she wants to be helpful, she just needs to stick with stuff about summer. She certainly doesn't need to be calling people out like that. It's not her business anyway. And I did see yesterday or this morning when I was watching it on Doug's channel, 423 Chase, they did put a comment up where he told Don he offered to go and help him search. And that's very admirable. I really hope Don takes him up on it. And they get maybe, before it gets wintertime, and they get something out there and get some people together and go get a search going again for summer,
Yeah. Well, as far as, what she's been doing, some of that stuff has been exaggerated, what she said. She, along with others, questioned how fast and how the funds would be transferred and things like that. And because was there and was like, I don't know what you call it, like a personality involved, if you have it that way, then she was turned upon
Mm.
and things had been twisted. And, you know, basically, I'll say this much. I think it needs to stop because she hasn't really knocked anything other than to ask questions. And then all of a sudden, she was made to look like she was wanting this money and wanted all the funds and all of this stuff. And that's not what she said. And that's not what other people were questioning. So if other people were asking the same thing, then were they wanting all the funds? No, that's not what it was about. And
Hmm.
so that's over with, but they won't drop it because the funds that were available have been deposited. The Churchill Rescue Squad has acknowledged the receipt, and there has even been on the news about it. So
Hmm.
these people that want drama, they keep on feeding the fire. You know what I'm saying? They keep on beating the drum, and I don't know why. I think it's just some people just gotta hate.
Or
That's
where
what.
you just can't leave anything alone. I don't know.
Yes, yeah, just
When something gets under your skin and you're mad, especially if someone's making accusations and they shouldn't be, then you it
yeah,
does. It fires you up. But yeah, I mean, we're not concerned about that, I mean,
no,
I really want nothing to do with that. I mean, if she's having an issue with someone, that's her issue. That's all there is to it. And I mean, I don't. Nobody in here thinks for a minute that Chase is stealing money. They've been that channel's worked their ass off. So no, that's not how it goes.
right. And
And
so
I certainly
everybody,
don't follow her.
yeah, everybody just needs to calm down and concentrate on summer. Don't be distracted by this other stuff.
Mhm.
Concentrate on that. Concentrate on keeping her face out there, keeping her name out there, because that's the way it's going to be solved. We don't want to wait 30 years. Look what happened with that little baby doe in South Carolina.
Uh-huh.
It's been 30 years, but they got them. That's what people have to understand, that it will be solved, but we have to keep her name out there.
Oh, absolutely. Because we're not part of the case. None of us.
No,
None of us. This
well,
case is about Dawn, Candace, Grandis, Summer, and law enforcement. We're not
and
privy to anything. And people get into these things and tensions get high and they start taking things more personal than it needs to be. And it causes a lot of problems. For us, what we do is we keep talking about Summer. We talk about these other cases so they're not forgotten and they don't go away. This is about Summer.
exactly.
Halloween
And
is
there's so many
Sunday.
cases out there now. It's just unreal. The little kids, and
Yeah.
it's just too much for me sometimes.
Well, that's why it's always a good idea just to unplug. Trust me, it'll be waiting there for you. I mean, look at me here today. I'm like, what? Are you guys kidding me? Oh my gosh. Um, but yeah, it's just like Dawn saying, oh, they don't have any evidence. No, Dawn, they do. They do. Let's look at the Maya Millette case. Okay. Over the last couple of weeks, I did see a few news articles. They arrested her husband, Larry. Well, now
Yep.
everybody was already saying, her husband did it. But she's been missing since January. These things take time. But you know what? Maya's also been talked about. There's a lot of lives going on about her. There's a lot of Facebook groups. So it's not like anyone just forgot about her.
And her sister and brother-in-law have been out there, and their family helps them too, but they have been out there every single weekend looking for her. They have never let her name go cold.
which is polar opposite of Dawn and Candace. They have not been out there searching and doing those things. It comes in spurts. Either they're calling YouTubers and making a mess, or, he makes posts on Facebook. I will say Dr. Phil, that was way out of left field. I didn't expect them to ever do that. And that's something they should have done in the very beginning. But then I didn't expect them to also take a vacation on top of it. You can always tell in these cases who is really, really concerned, who's guilty. You're right, Pat. I can't stand Facebook. Who's a clout chaser? Because you get a lot of those too. People that want to be so involved with the case that they'll go to any lengths just to be involved with it. It's crazy.
Yep.
Yeah, Todd, I did see the promo. It gave me chills. Kate said they think they are king of the hill. Oh, yeah, they do. Oh, they do. Yep, I loved the promo. I loved when Dr. Phil said, this is not an he's gonna get her to talk, but he's not gonna be nice about it. This is what he does.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, if he got her to talk, somebody would be in jail right now, because I don't think that happened, but I'm sure we'll see, did not treat her with kid gloves.
Right. And that's what I've been wanting to see. Someone who's not like, hey, we're on your side, Candace. We just want to find Summer. Because, it looked to me, just what little bit I saw, that he was hitting her hard. And that's good.
Yeah.
Because, she needs to be held accountable. She needs to be telling
it's
what
a tough
really went on that day.
Mm-hmm. It's just really tough a situation to be in. And I could see how she lost her cool and did something and then had to cover up. I could understand how that would really be a difficult thing she's going through. But see, you can't stop the truth. The truth will come out. It's only delaying, it's just delaying.
Exactly. And like Barb said, I can't deal with these channels bringing Don Wells on thinking he's going to give any info about Summer. Stop giving him a platform. Oh, I get it. Because according to Don, he wasn't even there. He could be doing other things. Candace is the one that needs to be talking, but not so much to YouTube. She needs to be cooperating with the authorities to help find where Summer's at. And I believe that she can do that. I believe she has the key.
Yeah, I think so.
It really is to a point where it's like, Dawn, we get it. You love your daughter. You were at work. You're going to defend Candace. So let's hear from the person that was alone with her, because I do believe she was alone with her. Yeah, Grandis was there too.
Yep.
Does anybody know when old Grandis came crawling back into town?
I think it was recently, like this past week.
Uh-huh.
I think it was like right after they got back from their Hollywood journey.
I was just catching up on comments. Okay, so Shannon said a few days ago Grandis got home. Oh. Well, I think it's odd that she popped back up, and I don't know why. It's even odder that she left. You have a missing grandchild. Your 3 grandsons, went to foster homes, and then you pop up at the end of October. 120 Acres says Grandis returned on October 20th.
Okay. Well, you know, if she were going to come back, this is a good time to do it before the weather gets bad. I can
Right.
I can see that. And maybe she did have a good excuse for leaving, but it just I don't know. Everything looks suspect. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Everything.
every single thing. Every single thing with these three. And that's the focus. Those three and Summer. I understand there's, another zoo going on out there. There's another circus. I mean, it's everywhere. My focus is those three and Summer, because that's all, I mean, that's where it's at, is what went on that afternoon. I don't feel sorry for Grandis. No. Grandis has failed her family repeatedly. Repeatedly. Candace definitely inherited her maternal instinct from Grandis.
Well, you know, there's a long line of stuff going back in that family, in the hairline. Um, and so Summer has been the cycle breaker. Summer broke the cycle on two sides.
On two sides, exactly. Because everything's been exposed. Candace's child abuse, the essay going on Dawn's side, well, on Candace's too. It's all
Hopefully,
out in the open.
yeah, hopefully that won't continue for those. Hopefully they're getting the help they need so that they can be having more normal lives
Mm-hmm.
than what the way they were brought into the world, and that will stop the future, because you know very few people can on their own stop the cycle of abuse, because they don't realize, like I said, it's their normal. And just the outliers are the ones that change things, because they see things differently no matter how what situation they're in.
Oh no, you're exactly right. Yep, you are exactly right. And it's frustrating because, like, that's the reason I brought up the Maya Millette case. It took from January to last week. We're in October, so I mean, over
Mhm.
10 months to make an arrest.
Right.
We could be here in April discussing this. I mean, we're not going away. We're not going away.
No, we could be here next June 15th talking about this. You know, we're not going to give up.
Mm-mm. Barb says, other children that have been mocking Dawn and Candace now tell me to be respectful to them for asking questions that might hurt their feelings. If no, Don's a big boy. You should be able to ask whatever you want. He should be as transparent as possible. He should be clear as glass on what's going on with Summer. Their feelings don't count. Just like I'm sick of hearing this shit with Candace. She feels like the
Well, you
world
have to look, you
against
know,
her.
he's the parent. She's the parent. You have to be a parent.
Yeah.
And it's
But
a parent.
I mean, protect
What's
their
going on?
feelings. Protect their feelings. Halloween is Sunday. We're coming up to Christmas. Where the hell is Summer? Where's Summer's feelings? I had to hear this, thing about Candace. She feels like she's been interrogated. Too bad. She feels like the whole world's against her. Too bad. She's super depressed. Too bad.
Her daughter's missing.
Your daughter's missing. Sorry, you don't get to have a pity party right now when your daughter's missing.
And we're not going to sweep that baby under the rug.
No. So no, in this chat, everybody gets to have an opinion. We discuss openly and we respect each other's opinion. We don't have to agree with it. We don't have to agree with it. But we're respectful. So no one's going to say, oh, don't say anything bad about Dawn. Dawn's welcome to come on here. I would love to have Candace come on here. And I hate real life discussion. I hate to talk to people that are involved with investigations because I'm afraid I'm going to do something wrong that's going to, mess it up. But I would love to. And if you guys are in here commenting, say Candace is on here. I'd be like, just ignore that and talk to me.
Right. Give some answers. Be a real grown up,
Mm-hmm. Melissa said, Don slipped up the other night when he said, why would she take his daughter away from him? Who is she? I'd say the one that just took a picture with her new teeth next to Spider-Man.
See, he's starting to realize something, I think.
Yeah.
Some people are really quick on the uptake, like in the case of the little Gernon boy. People were quick to take that up. In the case of, what's that case in Colorado?
Well, like with Gannon Staunch, it didn't take long to figure out that Letitia did this.
Exactly.
And if Don would come to the realization, I think it's gonna, his life will get back to normal, just not normal with Candace.
Yeah, that's it.
Kate said, LOL, what? What are you talking about, Kate? I do believe it's all going to come out soon. I don't mean soon as in tomorrow or next week. I think any day it could be, but I've been saying that for, over 4 months. It's going to come to a head, and I'm hoping it's sooner than later, but
maybe it'll be the reaction to the Dr. Phil show.
Well, that certainly helped the red wine case.
That's a possibility there. It's sure, the that board that did their examination of Dawn, that didn't do anything because it was a nothing burger.
Well, and see, in that channel, I mean, they don't really go hard after their guests, even if they know that they're sitting there clearly lying. I didn't really have a lot in that. And I'm not really sure, even with Dr. Phil, what's going to happen. I think there's going to be a lot of uncomfortable moments for Candace, and that's what I'm hoping.
Yeah, well, the thing is, even if it's too softball for some people's liking, it still will stir up a lot.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I agree. I definitely agree. Because now when this airs, Dr. Phil gets 80 million viewers a day. So when this airs, it's no longer going to be just this community talking about it. The true crime community.
Exactly.
It's going to be everywhere. It's going to be everywhere. And these people they will start calling the TBI. They will start calling Hawkins County. I hope they're ready for it. It's going to be hard to be doing investigating because they're going to have somebody on that phone all the time because they will be blown up. The Facebook groups are going to erupt. We're going to have new people in chat. We're going to, a lot's going to go on. Because like I said, he's on a totally different platform than any of us can even fathom.
That's for sure.
It is. Well, guys, I tell you what, I'm going to start winding this down and get ready for next week's shows. I think we're basically going to be live pretty much every morning next week because we have so much catching up to do. I will educate myself a little better this weekend. Mainly, I just wanted to see how all of you guys were doing. Say hi. Want to make sure to give a shout out to Katie Bird to tell her happy birthday. For those just coming in about Kevin has COVID, but I did speak to him yesterday and he is feeling better. So we'll get back to our regular 9 a.m. schedule. Like I said, we are going to do a show about the children that were abandoned in Houston.
Oh.
And I know it's going to be tough. I'm just letting everybody know, check the thumbnail because it's going to tell you what it's about, obviously. And, love to see you here. But if it's too much, I understand because it's hard for me to even get through one article. Okay. What big eyes? Love you, my friend. Thanks for coming up.
Love you too.
Let's all send some well wishes to Kevin, whether it's a comment on the community tab. Kevin, I know it's annoying, isn't it? I hate when it happens on my end. We will see you guys Monday morning. Go to the community tab, and if you want to send a comment to Kevin, you can. Check out the About tab. Send me an email if you want to come to, whether you'll comment, complaint. Love when I get those, by the way. If you want to link to Discord so we can chat, we'll take care of you. We have the best chat on YouTube. Best mods. And I hope everyone has a happy and safe Halloween. And I will talk to you guys on Monday.
And everybody remember, no tricks, just treats.
Just treats.
Bye-bye.
Bye.